Hello, I'm Zash, and welcome to episode 86 of my Steins Let's Read. And of course, as always, I will be joined by my co-reader Faye. I have survived my second trial, and I am still on track to save Mayuri. I wonder what the next trial will be, but until then, please enjoy this episode. By the time I drop her off back at the shrine, I'm worn out physically and mentally. We ended up walking for 4 hours straight, which was tiring, but my mental exhaustion is greater. In the end, we didn't talk much. We just walked.
Today was really fun.
Now that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Really? She's just saying that out of consideration. I can tell that she's forcing her smile. All through the date, I couldn't stop thinking about the time Lukako fell in love with me, so I barely made conversation at all. I think she's fine with silence, she's a quiet person.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to natter on.
Well, sometimes conversation isn't required.
Though if Okabe talked, I think she would just happily listen to him too.
That's true too.
That manual was completely useless. Yes, it is. On this world line, Lukako was a girl from the beginning, so Lukako's memories of when we first met might be inconsistent with mine.
Presumably.
But even with that in consideration, Lukako's story still felt out of place.
So,
Lukako fidgets as she whispers. What is it?
Well, tomorrow.
She wants to go on a date again tomorrow? I mean, we're a couple and we're going out, and that means we like each other, and it's summer break right now, so it's natural to go on a date every day. And you've only got 4 days.
Depends on your definition of date, because if you mean come over and let's watch Netflix for a while, that sounds good.
Yeah, though Netflix and chill has a very different meaning.
I didn't say that, did I?
No, you didn't, but I'm just...
Though that is natural too.
Yeah.
Presumably. I want to be with Okabe-san again. Tomorrow.
Thanks.
So cute I could squish her little face. Is that okay?
Of course it is. Yes, of course.
Thank goodness.
Lukako smiles again. She looks so happy and relieved. Seeing her like this makes incomprehensible feelings well up inside me.
Well, see you tomorrow.
I feel a huge weight on my shoulders. Another date tomorrow. Tomorrow. Doo-doo-doo! Welcome back, Corinne!
Her too.
Die, you filthy normal!
Ooh.
When I return to the lab, I am greeted by Mayuri's smile and Daru's pure hatred. Since when does a Trinibio patient like you raid a girlfriend? It's not right, man! How'd your date with Luka-chan go? Well, stage clear. Somehow. Probably. Probably not, actually. Kamima's the day after tomorrow, you know? What if you and Luka-chan go as a cosplay couple?
Oh god.
Sounds like a bad plan.
Yeah.
Maybe you can persuade her to go now that you're her boyfriend. Is this the whole reason you wanted them to hook up?
Possibly. She's more conniving than she looks.
Tell him the phone. From the assistant.
From an unpopular girl. Oh god, she's salty. Oh dear. I don't really care if you get yourself a girlfriend, but don't forget about the time leak machine. This thing is serious. We need to get everyone together and decide what to do with it. I understand you're doing this for Mayuri's sake. Just remember, there's more to this than Urushibara-san. To be honest, I'm still afraid of this monster I've created. I'd feel better if we could talk about it.
She never says yes to me, and I've asked her so many times, too. But if Okurin asks her, then I'm sure she'll say okay. I refuse.
Eh? Why?
Because Kamima is on the 15th. Mayuri is fated to die that night. How am I supposed to spend the hours before her death cosplaying at Kamima? To be honest, I don't get this dating thing.
Gah! Ocarin, you idiot! Those words are an insult to virgins the world over. Apologize! Apologize to the virgins!
Just think about it. All you do is walk, eat, and go home. And the whole time you have to worry about what your partner is thinking. What's fun about that? Don't say that, Ocarin. You'll make Luka-chan sad. Mayuri's expression is uncharacteristically serious. You know, just being with the person she likes is enough to make a girl happy. That's all she really needs. So, as a girl, is that true?
Generally, yeah. Well, I mean, I can't talk for every female ever, but that's what makes me happy.
Okay.
I don't need... Like, the dinner was fine, though all the rules in the book I would not suggest following. But, you know, needing to plan it all out and do all this and that and stress over doing things on time, nah.
Yeah. Well, some people are less stressed if it's all structured out.
And that's fine for them. That's not for me.
Yeah.
I don't need all that to be happy with someone if I like them, or even if I'm just friends with them.
Doesn't being together make boys happy too? If not, it makes Mayuri sad. Well, I wouldn't know. Not being in that position ever. Why would that make Mayuri sad?
Because you're supposed to enjoy spending time with someone you like?
Yeah.
Ocarin's the minority. I mean, dates are a great opportunity for H-scenes.
Daru.
Yeah.
I can guess where you're going with that, and while it is true, no.
Not on the first date. Usually.
Usually.
You're an idiot.
Come on, holding hands and stuff pretty H, isn't it? And when you're arm in arm, her boob hits your elbow, that's like super mega H.
Okay, his definition of H is a lot
more tame than mine.
Yeah.
Oh, my sweet summer child.
And then, at the end of the date, you kiss, right? Damn you! Death to normals!
That does happen.
You play too much eroge. Hey! When did Luka-chan fall for Ocarin? When? Well...
I was really surprised when you said it didn't matter. But at the same time, it really made me happy. Ever since you said those words, I've liked you.
Ellipses. I think back on what she said. Something still feels off about her story.
You said it didn't matter. This gets me.
Yeah. I said that Luka's gender didn't matter. I remember that clearly. Did Luka interpret that as Okabe's bi?
I don't know, but why would she worry about it if she doesn't... You know, it would be different if she looked like a guy and he mistook her for a guy, but it wouldn't apply.
Yeah.
If
No,
she's
I'm
the
just
gender
saying
she
boy
looks.
Lukako.
Possibly?
Yeah.
But I don't think so, considering he's never said anything.
Yeah. Well, no, like he immediately interpreted that as Okabe's bi, but then he realized later on, but they were already friends and he liked hanging out with him, and
Well,
why ruin a good thing?
I think more for him, it was, especially with how his dad treats him with the clothes and such,
True.
that he may well be the first person who's ever looked at Lukako and said, I don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
True. I remember that clearly. But didn't I say that because Lukako was a guy? Right. That doesn't make sense. Now, I know what feels out of place. I wouldn't have said that to a female Lukako. So why does this Lukako remember what I said back then? I recall what happened with Faris.
I remember, yeah? The wish Forrest made was to save Papa, who died 10 years ago, yeah?
Forrest regained her memories from before she sent the D-mail. Could Lukako, too, have remembered the previous world line where she was a guy? That would explain everything. However, she remembers that event, and she said she liked me for it. So, did Lukako like me even when she was a guy?
It is possible.
I think I need to check this out.
But why would both of them remember?
Maybe something triggered her to remember, like Forrest
Yeah,
when
except
they were
there's
talking
nothing-
about the kidnapping. That seemed to
But there's
trigger
nothing for her to remember. That's the thing, there's nothing for her to remember because the sending the email and such never actually happened. None of that happened. The memories never formed because it never happened to them. So why would they retain the memories from a previous world line when supposedly that's a super rare ability?
it. Well, they said the world line is rebuilt when the change is made. So maybe they just reuse parts?
Possibly, but then wouldn't...
Like, I don't know how the Universe Reconstructor Subcontractor Union works out.
Yeah, but supposedly it never happens that way. Or otherwise, reading Steiner is a very rare ability, and that's the ability to retain memories throughout world lines. So why would they both have the memories of this world line, what actually happened, and the memories of what potentially happened once before?
Maybe reading Steiner is not as uncommon or as rare as we thought. It's just not as pronounced in most people. Like, you usually need some sort of a kick to remember other world lines.
It's an interesting question because surely the world line has shifted many, many times, especially with CERN playing around.
Dicking around with the timeline.
So how many people have dealt with this if it's a widespread thing? And is that part of the Rounders' shtick?
And maybe it's like Deja Vu is actually reading Steiner on a lesser scale.
But Deja Vu is a unspecified and vague feeling that you can't place. This is specific memories that are still being retained that obviously caused some mental trauma, considering Forrest was not doing so hot after remembering.
Well, it was pretty traumatic remembering 13 years of her father being dead, or 10 years, or whatever it was.
It's not just her father being dead, though. It's an entire set of memories, literally one step away from your own, coinciding. That's hard to process.
Maybe that's why Lukako was freaking out earlier. Like, the first day we talked to her.
Might in part have been the crotch grabbing.
Yeah. Maybe the crotch grabbing triggered it. And she's just been freaking out about... Like, that's what's been freaking her out so recently. And that's why she hasn't come over, or we haven't talked to her at all.
Why would... Okay. Crotch grabbing, yes. That's right, Okabe. You have power. Grabbing people's crotches.
Grants them the ability to remember. What did she say?
Don't grab mine. I'll grab back.
The next morning, I head to the shrine to meet with Lukako. She's already waiting in the courtyard. When she sees me, she smiles and waves her hand. Too cute. Must resist.
Good morning.
Morning.
Where are we going today?
Before that,
Yes?
I make up my mind and just throw out the question. Do you have any memories of when you were a guy?
Ellipses.
Lukako twitches for a moment, and then she hangs her head.
No, I don't.
Really? Lukako just nods stiffly. I consider a more forceful approach, but the words of that dating manual blaze inside my head. Whatever you do, don't make the girl sad. You might get dumped. If I get dumped, then what will happen to our 4-day agreement? Lukako might refuse to turn back to a guy. No, Lukako's not like that. Mayuri's life hangs in the balance, so I'm sure no matter what I say, she'll turn back. Or is it naive of me to think that? Either way, even though I'm doing this to save Mayuri, I can't just trample on Lukako's pure maidenly heart.
Pure maidenly heart.
Ellipses.
Ellipses.
Neither one of us speaks. Mutual distrust? Suspicion? Discomfort? One word could shatter our temporary relationship. Luka is the first one to break the suffocating silence.
I'm sorry. Let's cancel today's date.
Lukako bows her head and goes back into the shrine office.
Is that the sound of face
Great
palming?
job. Slow clap. Sarcastic slow clap.
I thought it was a sarcastic slow clap on your face.
No, I can't do that because the microphone's in the way. I can only go with the sarcastic slow clap.
Well.
I hurt her. I feel guilty, but at the same time, relieved. I hate myself for it. Instead of returning to the lab, I stand on the bridge in front of the station and gaze blankly at the stream of people. Forrest might be visiting the lab. Forrest was at the lab on this day when I first came to this world line. My actions shouldn't have influenced Mayuri, so she should have called Forrest over to show her the costumes. Right now, I don't want to see anybody. I need to think. But try as I might, no ideas come. No solutions. Lukako agreed to going back to being a guy if I went out with her for a time. I've stayed faithful to that, so... Faithful? How? I just made a huge mistake back there. I've done nothing but make Lukako sad. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 15th, the day Kamima opens. The day Mayuri dies. At the very least, I need to make our relationship last until that evening. Tomorrow is the end. But I'm not confident I can show Lukako a fun time. Cue porn music.
Mom.
Oh God.
He's not sure he can show Lukako a fun time.
She just gave you a look?
No, she's very diligently looking at the wall right now.
It's at an anime convention.
Oh, at an anime convention even.
Or is it a doujinshi convention?
A doujinshi convention would be a little worse, in my opinion. She's oh-godding now. That's great. Yes.
Yeah. Alright. So instead of fussing over a date, I'll just try something that won't make Lukako sad. The next morning, after Mayuri and Daru have left Ariake, I head to the shrine to pick up Lukako. We hop the train at Akiba Station. When she looks askance at me, I tell her we're going to see Mayuri. Today, it won't just be the two of us. I don't know what to say when we're alone. I'm afraid I'll just hurt her again. It's time to try something different. This is a bad plan. She is shy. She does not like crowds. We shouldn't take her to a crowded con.
Yeah. Well.
This is bad plan.
Remember what I said about terribly, terribly awkward?
Yeah. When we get off the train at Tokyo's big site, Lukako stares in wonder at the scene spread before her. Wonder or terror? People, people, people. People as far as the eye can see.
No, that already sounds like hell.
Yeah. Welcome to Kamima, the Otaku Festival. It's the first day, so big site's more crowded than usual. Perfect! This is my plan, to take Lukako to Kamima.
Great plan.
Not a good plan. Bad plan, Okabe. But, as we all know, Okabe is the master of bad plans.
True enough.
I'm not making her cosplay, of course. Lukako wouldn't even do it at Mayuri's request, and I don't want to force her into anything she doesn't want to. She probably would if you asked her to.
Yeah, maybe.
But it would just stress her out more.
Yeah.
We're just here to look and have fun. The first order of business is to hook up with Mayuri and Daru. Those two live and breathe Kamima, so I'm sure they have a lot to talk about. Conversation will flow, and I'll be off the hook. How wonderful to have friends you can count on. Of course, bringing a date to Kamima is a surefire way to earn myself the hatred of otaku everywhere, but no matter. I'll endure their contempt if that's what it takes to make Lukako happy. So resolved, I strike out through the crowd towards our designated rendezvous point. Lukako, clearly overwhelmed by the sheer number of people, struggles to follow behind. Yeah, this is a bad plan.
Put your arm over her shoulder and just help her along.
Yeah. Doo-doo-doo! Okarin, Luka-chan! Near the edge of the parking lot, I see the petite Mayuri waving her hands high. There aren't as many people here. Welcome to Kamima, Luka-chan!
Yeah. It's my first time coming here, but it's amazing.
Take it easy. Yeah, Luka looks a bit stressed there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Where's Daru? Daru-kun's in line for the promo goods. He couldn't come. He said maybe he'll join us later, if he survives the battle. Damn. That means he won't join up with us for at least another hour. Couldn't he forgo the battle just this once? No, it's Daru.
Yeah. Oopsies.
Rukako's eyes dart from place to place. She's clearly uncomfortable in the chaotic atmosphere. Yeah,
You think?
not a good place for her. There's still some awkwardness between us after what happened yesterday. Even on the train ride, we barely spoke to each other. What's the point in being a couple if it turns out like this?
Generally, it's not supposed to.
It was easier to talk when we weren't supposed to be boyfriend and girlfriend. Rukako seems to enjoy herself more too. Was it a mistake to bring her to Kamima? Yes it is.
A little bit of one.
Well, Lukako didn't refuse. Even when I told her we were going to Kamima, she just nodded obediently.
It's hard to say no, though.
She's not going to refuse anything you say.
It's sometimes hard to say no, though, especially when you're got anxiety.
Yeah,
You can feel really horrible saying no.
yeah. And she's so desperate to, please Okabe.
A little bit.
Though please
Poor
is probably
thing.
the wrong word, but you know what I mean, like,
Yeah.
she
I do
wants
know
to
what you
make
mean.
Okabe happy.
Yeah. She wants this to work, if for a little bit.
Yeah. Miyushi will show you around, okay? There's lots of people, so we've got to be careful. First, we'll go to the cosplay area, and then we'll go inside. Mayuri's more cheerful than usual. She must be happy to have us here. Hey, is there anything you guys want to see? Rukako, is there anything you want to see?
No.
Lukako shakes her head.
It's my first time, so... If Okabe-san wants to see something, I'll go see it.
I'm not particularly interested in anything.
Oopsies.
Ellipses. Rukako looks unhappy. Crap. I shouldn't have answered like that. Hey, Luka-chan! If you come to the cosplay area, I'm sure you'll change your mind about cosplaying. Mayuri talks happily to Lukako. I'm glad I chose to rely on this ditz who can't read the mood. It's not embarrassing at all, see? 'Cause everyone's having fun. Kaede-chan and Fubuki-chan are there wearing Miyushi's costumes. I'll introduce you, okay? You should come tomorrow too. I'll bring costumes for you and we can cosplay together. I think Okarin would be perfect as Zero-sum from Code Geass. Code Geass.
Kogias.
That looks like Zero's cape.
Oh dear. It's a nice cape, though.
You'll cosplay if Okarin does it with you, right, Loka-chan? You will, won't you? Miyushi thinks it's a great idea.
Mayuri, sweetie, no.
Not a chance.
Sorry.
No way. Mayuri slumps at her shoulders in disappointment.